Hello students. In this video we will start with the chapter that is reflection of light. Now do you all know what is light? Light is an electromagnetic radiation. It is the sensation of vision. Now light is an agent which gives us information about what is happening in our surrounding. We can enjoy various wonders of nature like sunrise, sunset, rainbow only because of light. It is only because of light that we can see the lush green vegetation, colorful flowers, deep blue skies in the days, stars shining in the dark night sky, and also we can see all the man-made objects or the natural substances that is present in the environment. So light is actually an electromagnetic radiation which causes the sensation of vision. So in this chapter, we will be learning about the reflection of light which happens through various surfaces like smooth or rough surfaces, and also the reflection how it happens through different types of mirrors. Like there are spherical mirrors, plane mirrors. So how the reflection takes place from different mirror, that is different according to the mirror. So we'll be learning about the reflection of light. So now what is a mirror? We need polished surface for reflecting light. This is because polished surfaces absorb less light and so maximum light gets reflected. And in scientific language, if we have to say, so a surface which reflects light and creates a clear image is called as a mirror. Now a mirror is a reflecting surface and there can be plane mirrors or spherical mirrors. Now spherical mirrors are of two types, that is concave mirror and the convex mirror. So let us first understand about the plane mirrors and how reflection happens in plane mirror. But let us first understand what are plane mirrors. So you must have used plane mirrors in your various day-to-day activities. A mirror is made by coating the black surface of a flat and a smooth glass piece with a thin reflecting film of aluminium or sulfur. Now, to protect this reflective film of aluminium and sulfur, usually we make that side opaque and another coat of the substance like lead oxide is also given to it so that this can be protected for a very long time. Now we see a clear image of ourselves when we stand in front of the mirror in our house. To understand how an image is formed in a mirror, let us first consider an image formed by a point source. So light rays travels in all the direction from such a source, and several of these rays they fall on the mirror and they gets reflected to each of our eyes. Due to the reflection, they appear to be coming from a point source behind the mirror, and that point is the image of the source. Now here in this figure, the light rays falling are perpendicular on the mirror and are reflected back in the perpendicular direction only. Now in this figure, we can see that a point source O is in front of the plane mirror, that is M1 and M2 is our plane mirror. Then incident rays are OR1 and OR2. They get reflected according to the law of reflection and they are reflected along the path and which is R1 S1 and R2 S2. So when these reflected rays are extended behind the mirror and they meet at O1, so when seen from the eyes, that when you see them, so the rays appear to be coming from O1. The other rays starting from O also get reflected and appear to be coming from O1. So actually O1 is our image of the point O. So the reflected rays do not actually meet, hence such an image is called as the virtual image. Now, if we use an extended source instead of a point source, then an image is formed of every point of the source and it forms an extended image of the whole source. So here in the figure, you can see that the image formed by a plane mirror is of the same size as the source. Next, we'll be learning about the spherical mirrors. Now, you must have seen the mirrors which are displayed in the laughing chambers in a fair. Your face appears distorted in these mirrors. So, these are called as the spherical mirrors. Now, these mirrors are different from the mirrors we have at home. They are curved and that is why they are called as spherical. Now, the images formed by the curved mirrors are different from those formed by the plane mirrors, and because of this, we do not see the same image in these mirrors. The rear view mirrors in the car, which helps the drivers to see the vehicle coming from behind, are usually the curved mirrors only. So everywhere in the car or wherever in the bike or in any vehicle, the mirrors those are used, those are the curved mirrors. Now, if we cut a rubber ball into two parts, so we can see that each part of the two has two types of surfaces. Same way, the spherical mirrors are a part of a hollow glass sphere, and there are two parts that we get from it, part A and part B. One becomes the concave mirror and the other becomes the convex mirror. So these are the two spherical mirrors, that is concave mirror and convex mirror. Now, a concave mirror, so if the inner surface of the spherical mirror is the reflecting surface, then it is called as the concave mirror, as it forms a cave inside, so that is why it is called as a concave mirror. Now in convex mirror, the outer surface of the spherical mirror is the reflecting surface, so it is called as the convex mirror. So this way we have two mirrors, concave mirror and a convex mirror. Now there are few terms which are related to the spherical mirrors that we need to understand. So here in this figure you can see that few of these terms are given, like P is for pole, F is for focus, C is the center of curvature, and so on. So let us understand all of these points. So first is the pole, that is P, pole of the mirror. So it is the center of the mirror surface and it is called as the pole, and we denote it with P. So P is the pole of the mirror. In the figure you can see that. Next is the center of curvature. Now the center of the sphere of which the mirror is the part is called as the center of curvature of the mirror, and in the figure we can see the C which is given, which is the center, so that is the center of the mirror. Next we have the radius of curvature. Now the radius of the sphere of which the mirror is the part is called as the radius of the mirror. So here you can see CP, or you can also say as CA. So both of these are the radius of the curvature of mirror. Next we have is the principal axis. Now principal axis is the straight line which passes through the pole, the center of curvature of the mirror. This is called as the principal axis. So you can see P and M. So this becomes your principal axis, which is a straight line passing from pole and the center of curvature. Next we have the principal focus. Now incident rays which are parallel on the principal axis of a concave mirror, after reflection from the mirror, they meet at a particular point in front of the mirror, and this is called as the principal axis. And this point F is called as the principal focus. So here you can see the point between F, which is there on principal axis. So that is your principal focus. Now this principal focus is different for concave mirror and for convex mirror. Next we have the focal length, the small f we can say. So the distance between the pole and the principal focus, that is f. So P and capital F के बीच का distance, that is our focal length, and this distance is usually half the radius of curvature of the mirror. So whatever is the value of P and C, half will be P and F. So this is about few terms that we use in the spherical mirrors. So we had learned about pole, that is P, center of curvature, that is capital C, radius of curvature, that is PC or PA, the radius which is formed, principal axis, that is the line which is passing from pole, center of curvature, so that is called as the principal focus, that is PM. Then we have the principal axis, that is PM, and then we have principal focus, that is F, which is there in between C and P on PM. So that is our principal focus, and we have the focal length, that is the distance between P and F. So these are all the terms. Now there are few rules when we have to draw the reflecting rays or when you are making a reflecting diagram. So to draw these diagrams, we call these diagrams as ray diagrams. So the first rule is, as you can see in the figure, the rule number 1, if an incident ray is parallel to the principal axis. So here you can say the incident ray is parallel to our principal axis, that is the second black line. Blue line is parallel to the black line. Then the reflected ray passes through the principal focus. So that red line which is passing, which is the reflected ray, it is passing through F, that is your principal focus. Our second rule is that if an incident ray passes through the principal focus of the mirror, so the blue line you can see it is passing through the principal focus, so the reflected ray is parallel to the principal focus now. So it is opposite what happened in the first rule. Third rule is that if an incident ray passes through the center of curvature, that is when it is passing through C, so the reflected ray also traces the same path behind, that is whatever will be the incident ray, same way the reflected ray also will go. So incident ray is coming from C and it is again going from C. So these are the three rules that we follow while making a ray diagram. So whenever you make a ray diagram, you have to follow all of these rules. Number one, when it is parallel to the principal axis, then it gets reflected from the focus. When it passes from focus, it is parallel to principal axis, and when it passes through center of curvature, it returns to center of curvature only.